discretion is advised.
Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to another 3 Geeks Flix trailer break. Joining me, as always, is the Muse, Justin Kyle. Say hello, everyone, Justin.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, and I am the Tech, Mitchell Wright. Ladies and gentlemen, this is yet another special 3 Geeks Flix trailer break. We are actually looking at trailer 2 of the Suicide Squad. Now, generally in the past we have shown the trailer and given copyright and all that other crap. We're going to kind of do it a little different this time. So first off, as we always do, I'm going to look at the Muse and say, Justin, give it to me. What you got?
Okay, so I was severely disappointed by this trailer.
Wow.
What did you say?
Nah, I'm just kidding.
I was going to say, I was just like, no, not 2 DC trailers in a row. How could he be disappointed?
Oh, man. What a great trailer break. I've been waiting to say this about this trailer for days. No,
Days.
Yeah, it was now...
Oh, and by the way, I just had to move the cursor.
Unbelievable. A new low. I'm so ashamed.
It was on you. Right on your chin, almost.
You should be shaming yourself. No,
I am.
You should be ashamed yourself.
when we talked about the last trailer break, when we talked about Deadpool, I said that there was it was really smart to have it almost parallel. So like the same tone, the same... This is the counter argument to what I said, because this was completely different than the first one, but in the best way possible.
Exactly. Absolutely, absolutely. I love the trailer break. I mean, I love the trailer itself. I love trailer breaks, don't get me wrong. But I love the trailer. I thought it was fantastic. I'm not going to get too deep into it because real fast I want to go over the cast again. Of course, Margot Robbie is Dr. Harlan F. Wenzel, or Harley Quinn. Will Smith is Floyd Lawton, which is Deadshot. Ben Affleck, of course, Bruce Wayne, Batman. Cara Delevingne is Enchantress. Jared Leto, of course, is the Joker. Jai Courtney is Captain Boomerang. And then also, I'm not sure who he plays, but Scott Eastwood, the son of Clint Eastwood, is in the film as well. Joel Kinnaman is Rick Flag. Viola Davis, she's a wonderful actress, is Amanda Waller. Andwale, is Waylon Jones, Killer Croc. I'm sorry, but that last name is a travesty. I can't touch it. Common is the Tattooed Man, which actually, come to find out, the Tattooed Man, that scene where you see in the subway with all those like black-looking tendril things running out, that is the Tattoo Man. His tattoos, he can take them and he can make them like fly out of his body and attack things. So that was a neat little tidbit that I learned. Adam Beach, of course, is Christopher Weiss, or Slipknot. Jay Hernandez is Chato Santana, or El Diablo. And Karen Fukuhara is Tatsu Yamashiro, which is Katana. Hey, I did pretty good on that one. Don't smile. I did pretty good on that one. And then it says Jim Perrick is Johnny Frost's Pseudo Joker. That's a new one on there. And the list goes on and on and on. But, quite frankly, those are the people I'm going to talk about. Of course, David Ayer is the director. Set for an August 3rd, 2016 release. Now, to get into the meat and potatoes, the cast yet again, the peaks that we got on all of this, everybody was spot on, man. Just, I don't have a bad criticism about any of them, to be quite honest. Margot Robbie just completely validated my faith in her as Harley Quinn. Those scenes with her and her dialogue was fantastic. Captain Boomerang, dude, Jai Courtney. One of my favorite scenes is when he's behind that car cracking open the beer and like taking a drink while all the hell is going down around him. And then if anybody for any reason was absolutely worried about Jared Leto as the Joker, I don't know what you were watching or what trailer you saw, but if you weren't watching this one, you have to get off your ass and do it.
I don't like that kind of talk.
He was amazing, man. Those scenes where he's got that scene where he's got the gun and he's got that huge grin, he's in that white kind of suit, and just that is full on Joker, just carnage, excited, completely happy to be doing what he's doing. And then I love the part where he slapped me and says, "I can't wait to show you my toys." It's just like, yes! He's got the laugh, he's got the dialogue, he's got the mannerisms. The man is an acting genius and savant. And I have to say the Joker is in good hands, along with all the other characters as far as the cast goes. That's my 25 cents that probably is really worth 2. But the Muse, to you?
Yep. So it's weird because, like, in this one, this is a what do they call it when you have just like a bunch of crazy actors all in one? It's like there's a word for it. It's like an Ocean's 12. What do they call an Ocean's 12 or Ocean's 11?
No, it's kind of like if you were calling it a band, it's a super group.
Yeah, but there's a word. It's like it's not an entourage or something like that, but it's just like I forget the word. I'll figure it out later after we quit recording, and then yell a cuss word. But it's like a band of great actors just coming together to do one thing. All of them, they were so good. No one really stole the show. You know what I mean? So like, I can't walk away from this trailer and be like, that's what got it for me, or that's the best thing, or I like what he did the best. There's a lot of hate for Jai Courtney out there, you know, and I understand a lot of it. And the trailer so far, one of my favorite parts is when he just comes out of that bag and he immediately starts punching people.
Yes.
I thought that was great. Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie, I was never in doubt after I saw The Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, yeah, you hit it on the head when you said she validated everything you were thinking that she was going to do. I didn't worry about her. I wasn't worried about Jared Leto, but I wasn't worried about his performance. I was kind of worried about some other things, like would he be able to live up to the Heath Ledger? And that's kind of nonsense at this point because I don't think they're going to be able to compare them. But I mean, one of my favorite parts is when you said it too, when he said that I can't wait to show you my toys. Mm-hmm. And everything he says so far, it's weird. And I didn't get this as much from Heath Ledger as far as his accent and his tone of voice, but like he sounds like the Joker, but then he always seems like he has a really deep growl, like a vicious growl at the same time. You know, like when the way you pronounce toys is like toys. You know, it's just like a growl at the very end of it.
I can't wait to show you my toy.
Because I mean, just like the Heath Ledger, and I think even more so with this one, because he got jacked for the role. He's gonna be able to throw down. Like this is a Joker that has a history of like effing people up in the worst way possible, and he loves it.
I mean, it shows. Especially he's laying there like surrounded by knives, just laughing. And like you can kind of tell he's a real carefree badass, especially the scene where he jumps into that vat of acid after Harley. I mean,
yeah, and then if you pause it, it shows when her dye from her hair is coming out.
Yeah, it starts swirling in the acid.
Makes a heart. Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that was so poetic. But there was one person in there, as far as the acting goes, that didn't really do anything for me.
Who's that?
Will Smith. I didn't really. There was nothing that Will Smith did that I was just like,
well, and
okay.
it kind of feels like in this trailer they kind of stepped back and didn't. He wasn't so much as in the limelight. They focused more on the like Margot Robbie, Jared Leto, Captain Boomerang. They really didn't put a ton of focus on him on this one. And quite frankly, I think that was a smart thing to do because not only are you showing that one of the best actors in Hollywood that is in this movie, that this movie isn't anchored or dependent upon him, that everybody else and all the other characters in this movie are so well developed that you're going to feel like that this it all kind of fits. It all locks in together and they all play just as integral part as any other.
Right. Yeah, you're probably right. It's interesting because if you watch like the behind the scenes or the interviews, they all say that Will Smith was kind of the lead actor. You know, everyone was kind of following it, and that's, you know, look at his career. That's kind of to be expected.
Well, yeah, and he's kind of the big kid on the block, and he's got the maturity. He's been there. He's done movies. He's done a superhero movie, Hancock, a kind of an anti-superhero. So he's got the knowledge.
I liked Hancock.
That was a great movie.
I did like Hancock.
Underrated.
It is underrated. The ending was it was okay. The ending was good. There was nothing bad about the ending, but overall, that was a really good superhero movie when it came out.
Absolutely, very different for its genre.
That is correct.
Eclectic.
And Will Smith, at the height of his career, back in and we've already talked about this a little bit, but back in 2007, 2008, 2006, 2000, around there. He was the man in Hollywood. You know, he was the one that was bringing in, guaranteed pretty much the box office blockbusters every single summer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was the man. And you know what? I Am Legend, like I said, Hancock, I, Robot. I mean, those were awesome blockbusters, and they're great movies. They might not all be 10s, but they're great movies.
Right. I love I Am Legend, dude. I love that movie.
Fantastic.
But what's interesting about that movie, since we're on a little rant about it, have you seen the alternate ending to I Am Legend?
Yes, I have.
I actually like that one better.
I did too.
It has nothing to do with Will Smith dying. You know, I'm not like, I wish he would have died. I actually like that ending better. Like, I wish that's, story-wise, I wish that's where they would have gone.
Oh, I agree with you. I completely agree with you on that. Music. Dude, Bohemian Rhapsody. Queen. That just, when I first started to hear it, I was like, huh? And it just kept getting in it, and I was like, yeah, and it kept further getting into it, and then you know, when the beat dropped on it, it was just like, wow, that fit it to a T. It enhanced it, and you know, they may not have been making some big epic orchestral kind of a score at that point. But as you've seen, they had that ABBA song. I believe it was an ABBA song, wasn't it, on the first trailer?
No, it was Bee Gees.
Bee Gees, or whoever, something like that. I don't know. I wasn't into the disco. Sorry, or whatever you kids call it these days. But dude, taking an epic song, putting it with an epic trailer. Completely the whole time that song felt like it matched and it fit perfectly into place during this trailer.
It did. And when you say it fit perfectly, literally you're right, because they edited the trailer around the song. You know, like they had different cuts to match the tempo and the beat of the song. I've seen that done. It was done in Man of Steel recently too. Remember when they did those quick 3 edits?
Yeah.
This is what, and I guess it's the trend. If you want to look at like an old school source music, the first one that comes to mind was Guardians. Guardians was the one that started doing that. They did it recently with Star Trek when they used the Beastie Boys. This was probably the best one I've seen.
Oh yeah, and to be honest, with the Star Trek one, I didn't like that they used the Beastie Boys. To be honest, I love that song, but I didn't feel like it fit.
I didn't. That's a whole other trailer break.
Yeah.
Overall, I understand the criticism for that. That trailer's gotten a lot of criticism too.
Yeah. But we'll talk about that in another trailer break.
Yeah, we will.
Visuals. This thing looks beautiful, man. Like you said, the Harley Quinn dye in her hair, the heart, just the whole scene, him overlooking and getting ready to drop in, the freaking helicopter coming in, firing off.
Yeah, that looks bad.
All the different scenes as far as, like, you know, when they're in the prison and then when they've got them out kind of in that arid kind of desert kind of feel or whatnot whenever they're all talking in the Harleys. That's not what the voices said. Scene. Again, it's not a cookie cutter feel. I love it. Every scene seems to have its own kind of essence and embodiment of what's going on, and I can't say anything bad about it. I don't have any ill feelings.
So like okay, there's that one scene where, I mean, I don't know the story, and you may know more about this than I do. But it really does. It's a behind the headshot, but it looks like Groot is stopping a train. You know what I mean? It looks like
that is the Tattoo Man.
Okay, that's the Tattoo Man.
Yes.
That makes me feel a little better because I was thinking
that is Common's character.
Okay. I have. There are two minor concerns that I've thought. One of them I heard from someone else say, and it kind of planted a seed. The only thing, and again, they're not gonna lower the score on this at all because, you know, we don't know yet. But they said that they think maybe the movie could be too funny. Like, they don't want it to be like overly comical, like a Batman and Robin type thing.
You get this many bad guys together, and especially people that are insane, they're gonna say something funny or off the wall, especially this group. So. Nah.
They will. I just hope it's not all like
slapstick.
Yeah, slapstick. I want there to be like genuine drama too, and like intense.
Oh, and I think there'll be no problem with that.
Okay, good. Because it's kind of like if they all are so insane that they just don't care. They're not really risking anything.
Because I mean, look at some of the scenes we saw in the first trailer. There was a lot of drama. There was anguish. So, I think we're going to have plenty of serious scenes and funny scenes, and I think it's going to be a beautiful mesh.
And the other thing was the CG looked good, except in some parts it sounded like especially the Tattoo Man, it almost looked way too CG in comparison to the rest of the stuff. But I don't know. Again, I was watching it on my phone. So.
And you know, that was a very fast clip, a very quick clip. This movie still has till August to come out. So, you know.
Yeah, they're going to do a lot of polish work on the CGI, I'm sure.
There's going to be time for that.
Did you get that vibe at all? Or am I just, at all?
No, and you know, I had to look up that scene, and I kind of had to look into it, and I did some homework, and it was like, okay. And I was like, well, who is the Tattooed Man? And it read up about it. And it's like, you know, Common's playing him, and this is what his tattoos do, and he can attack with them. And I was just like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I got you.
Right. I like how they're just running with the idea of like the supernatural now. You know what I mean? Like this.
Well, DC's always had that.
Right.
Especially with the Enchantress. You know, the DC Dark. The Dark Justice League.
Vertigo's owned by DC too.
Yeah.
So like with the look, it looks as gritty as a Nolan, but now they're full on running with it. Like there's one of the most beautiful shots is what's the guy that can hold fire?
Oh, Diablo, El Diablo.
When he's holding that fire just at the beginning, dude, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful shot.
The lighting was fantastic, and the fire. And could you tell he was in his cell? And when that water opens up and he's let out, that's his cell. If like he gets out of control, because you know he can just automatically, you know, he can break out fire. They flood his cell with water.
Right, that's what I figured. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a great trailer break.
Indeed. Given all that, sir, what is your verdict?
At first, the very first time I watched this, if I'm going to be completely honest, the very first time I watched this, it was so contrast to the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So out there in comparison to anything we've seen that it caught me off guard. I was like, God, I don't know about this. This looks a little risky. The more I watch it, the better it gets. And that's including, like, today. I watched it today. So, in comparison to the first trailer, which I stand by, the first trailer, in my opinion, is a 10. When the first time I watched that, I immediately thought it was amazing. The more I'm watching this, the more I'm thinking it's amazing. And anytime you kind of are weird about something and you grow into, like, falling in love with it, it's almost a deeper kind.
Yeah.
After a while. With what they did, I mean, I'm going to have to give it a 10, dude. That's the thing. Because it's funny, it's action-packed, it shows the acting, the music was perfect, it was very original, and it's almost, it's interesting, it's a paradox. The feeling of the movie, as far as what we saw in this trailer, the dialogue, how funny it is the exact opposite of how it looks. It looks gritty and dirty and just like worn down and just like old and tired. But it's so the action, the acting, the dialogue, everything that's going on looks so vibrant. So, and that's one of the reasons. If it doesn't turn out to be that way, like if it does turn out to be more the feeling of the first one,
right?
That's gonna make this trailer even better because they showed how powerful adding music and timing and contrast to it really is. I'm gonna have to give it a 10.
Okay. I'm pretty sure everybody already knows it's a 10.
A 10! A 10!
I mean, it's a 10 in my book. The actors are spot on. You can tell they put the love and the care into portraying these villains, these anti-heroes, so to speak, in this version of the universe or this movie. The story, like I said, I love that it left still a bit of the story to the imagination. I like that how we can see some backstory on these individuals, so we get to learn a little bit about them, especially Harley and Joker. Visually, it's gorgeous. Just fantastically shot, lighting. The little Easter eggs, like we talked about already a couple times, with Harley's dye from her hair forming the heart. And then the music, like you said, it all wrapped it together in a neat little bow. And it's like Christmas in late January again. And given all that, and yes, I'm geeking out over here, it is absolutely a 10. And so far, David Ayer, you are my hero.
Hey, man. He was talking a bunch of smack at the last Comic-Con, especially against Marvel, but it looks like he's able to back it up. Because I don't think anyone can deny one of the biggest problems with the MCU is their lack of awesome villains. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They're really lacking. Now they've got everything else nailed, and see, that's the bad thing is a lot of Marvel's villains almost feel a little too warm and cuddly, and not always believable. And DC, I mean, I've always felt DC is more grounded in the real. It has, you know, like you said, kind of the more the magic, the mysteria, the supernatural and whatnot. But still, it takes it and it can still ground it in that feeling of reality and factualness, if that's a word, factualness. But you know, DC's got it going on right now. Sorry. Oh,
so
okay. I thought of something else, but maybe we should save that for another video. We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later. All right. Anything else, sir?
We didn't talk. I haven't mentioned this, but I think it's worth mentioning.
Okay.
Joel, what's the guy that plays Rick Flag?
Joel Kinnaman.
Tom Hardy was originally cast to play him.
Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't do it because of The Revenant. And Joel Kinnaman did RoboCop. This is the only thing I've really seen him in.
True. Same here.
I was kind of let down. From what I've seen in the trailer, he looks like he's doing a really good job with that role.
I like that.
You know
what is wrong with you people?
We're bad guys. That's what we do.
Yeah, Joel feels like he's our straight man.
Right. Killer Croc. We saw a lot more Killer Croc too.
Yeah.
Dude,
We didn't get to hear any dialogue yet from him, but we got to see a little more of him in action and with the shirt off and whatnot, you know.
What if he turns out to be like the Hulk from the Avengers, just like the favorite one out of everyone? He's a crocodile, he eats people. What if he doesn't say anything?
You know what? I think that would still work for me. As you know, as long as it's done right, it can work for me.
That's all real prosthetics. It's not like CGI. Right?
None of it CGI. That's all makeup.
Looks freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Those one lighted actual good looking scenes that we saw him in, those close-ups, it looks freaking fantastic.
Oh yeah.
And one of my favorite parts was, I can't wait, and you brought this up earlier, I can't wait to hear how we heard Joker laugh, we heard Jared Leto laugh when he's laying down in that circle of swords.
Yeah.
That's a weird sentence to say. But,
only the Joker would do that. So
we see him. He has that insane maniacal laughing when he's shooting that gun or when he's holding that gun.
Yes, that is fantastic.
Looks like the ultimate Joker laugh. You know what I mean? He just looks like I don't know what he looks like. He looks like the Joker that's about to kill someone. So he's
as happy as he can be. He's in his element.
I can't wait to hear that laugh. But yeah.
Indeed. Anything else, sir?
That's all I got right now.
we build up to this big plateau and then we just drop you right off. We're good.
Yeah,
we got it. All right. Well, folks, that is your Suicide Squad Trailer 2 trailer break. 10s from both of us. We're ready. You should be too, or there's something completely wrong with you and you need to have your head checked or you need to screw a hole in it.
You're not talk that way.
I do have a question.
Yes.
If you had to choose, which one do you like better between this one and the first one? What would you choose?
Good luck. We're all counting on you.
I gotta go.
Yeah. That is the correct answer.
That's a good deal.
That's almost impossible, dude. I've been thinking about
I can't choose.
So, like, the thing I could, like, I don't want to bring, like, a mother and father analogy, but, like, if you imagine, like, the first trailer would be, like, the older, wiser brothers, like, kind of worn down. And this trailer's, like, the crazy younger brother that came into town to party with. You're like, I can't choose. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. That's a great analogy. You love them both. How can you pick?
Right.
Oh, man. Indeed. All right, folks. Well, check us out on Facebook. 3 Geeks Flix. Give us a like. Of course, you're watching this on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Help us out here. Give us a comment on either one. Let us know if there's anything you want to see less of, like Justin's shirt. I don't know. Maybe you're into that. This is a family-friendly show unless we're going red band, so we can only go so far, really. And I don't think YouTube allows a lot of that stuff.
Oh, no!
For the right price, though. I bet anything can happen. Justin? Anyways.
Yes.
Nothing.
Right, stop that! Silly!
It's all about that. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's not. It's all about the fun.
Insert Justin's cell phone here.
Yes. That's what is it again? No. All right, folks. You all have a good evening. I want to thank you all again for tuning in. And as I always say, stay tuned to the glow of those monitors. So we're going to catch you next time. Good night. So are you prepared for this trailer break?
Yeah, I guess. I don't always drink, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis.
That's so going in the outtakes.
Are you recording?
Already. There we go. All cast. There we go. We all know it's David Ayer. Okay. Alright, you ready? ready? Not just say that.
And you've always kind of ensemble. Fuck! That's the word I'm trying to say. You should do, since that week is your trademark. Don't censor it, but you need to add a little something. Like if you wink, add a little ding. Everyone,
15, Bubba.
like fucking bosses.
Hey, we're excited about 15. I know other people are like, oh, I'm kicking about, so many thousand subscribers. It's like, well, fuck you, we've got 15.
The introduction to Ray, her whole time until she runs into BB-8, like, there's something about that I just relate to, and that I just really, really like.
What exactly is it you relate to?
Don't ask me that. It's your business. One of versus Kylo Ren's rage attacks.
He gets so pissed off.
I really relate to that.
You're looking exceptionally dapper tonight.
What does that mean?
What do you hear? What is it, boy? What is it?
The wind.